Hello kids. So we got a fix for this one already. So if we no to give you a little context, when we deploy our containerized dotnet in ECR, and then we deploy it to EC2 no to ECS using CodeDeploy, it gets stuck in the install because the application load balancer is doing a health check to the base URL, and the base URL is not set up to receive a request, and therefore it's returning 404. And to fix that, and the only one and only controller here, customers, we have a route controller here. We added another route so that and this route will just be like the if there are no slash routes in the URL. So yeah, it will return 402, 402, 200. So this one will be returning 200. Yeah, this one will return 200. So that is our fix, and now we want to push this to our ECR. All right, so this one, we will push this, log in. All right, and then build, and then tag. Tag, and then after tagging, let's push. Right, pushing. Layer already exists. Pushing, push, push, push. See here, there's a John and Ellen here, and all right. All right, so that is pushed. Now we want to again do the release. Release. So let's open up and recreate the infrastructure. Yeah, this one, and then open our deployment nodes. Let's remove this. Sorry guys if this is too. I really wish you can have this as a cloud formation if it's possible. But there are dynamic things that values that needs to be set up, but I'm not sure how to do it yet. So Just bear with me with this approach. Let's put this here. And then put it there. And then get the load balancer, put that here. Hold on. Get that. Then put that here. Then the tag get group, put that here. Then create the listener, which is going to give us the ARN here, and then the next target group, this one. Going to get the target group ARN, this one here, then the load balancer here, then create the listener, and then get the listener here, listener's ARN, and then create the cluster, this one, and then the clusters ARN. So now this is the moment of truth, because we now have an updated ARN here. No, yeah, I think it's just fine. So it's just fine. We don't have to change anything here. Let's just copy this. This will still be pointing to the same image, which has the tag latest. This one is our test definition, and then the container name will still be code dot, and then let's create the service. The service should is it going to, where's the service? Services. For the test def, we don't have to, oh yeah, still the same. But for the service, we are going to update the target group to this one. All right. Then let's continue. Let's create the service, which is here. I'm not sure what have we, yeah, I think it's correct. So we have the dotnet. So we want to create a service. No. This is the test def. Yeah, we're going to create the service, which is this one. All right. Cool with that. It's going to create the service and then get the ARN, this one, and then go to this one. Go to the cluster, go to the blue green task. Still activating. So it's now running. If we click this, it should directly open. Go to the customers, display the customers list. Yeah, there you go with the John and Ellen. All right, so let us create the deployment. Yeah, let's create the deployment. Go to this CodeDeploy. Let's create the CodeDeploy. Let's create the application for CodeDeploy. And then for the deployment group, we just want to update this where the listener. So this listener here, we want to update that to put that in there. Everything here is fine. Go to README, create the deployment group. All right. Then after the deployment group, we now want to update we want to create a S3 bucket, and then we want to upload the app spec. Let's review the app spec if we need to update anything. Yeah, this should be the taskdiff 8 dem, right? That's taskdiff 8, right? Let's see the task definition here. Taskdiff, yeah, this should be taskdiff 8. Let's re-upload. And that was uploaded. And let's go here. Create the deployment. Okay, so let's create the deployment. And now let's see our code deploy. If this is working. Ding, 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 ding. Right, so go and check. There should be one deployment that is going on right now. Go to view data details. So it's back to starts with the 50% again. Where can we get the events? So it's it's starting here with the install again. In progress. It will take how many? It's 11 a.m. right now. Let's see if there are any errors that it's emitting. Go to application. This one. Then go to deployments. How can we get the events? Take one in the tempo. Let's go to our ECS. See if there are any activities there. Go to our container. This one. Go to the services, go to deployments, any events in here. What is this? Yeah, events, right? Uh, ba, 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 ba. Where's the deployment? Yeah, deployments. CloudWatch, pipeline. Let's open. Let's duplicate this. Go to CodeDeploy. Let's see what's the progress in there, because it has reached a steady state. View the details. Oh yeah, we have succeeded. All right, it's now in. The replacement has occurred. Okay, wait 5 minutes 0 seconds. What's this? What is this? Step 3 again. Step 1, step 2. Deploying, rerouting traffic. All succeeded here. What is this? Step 3. Take one for you. Take one at the temple. All right. Out of frustration. Ding, 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 ding. Take one in the temple. Take one for you. Take one in the temple. Take one for you. Beep, 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 beep. All right, it succeeded. All right, succeeded. Now we want to go to here and our cluster. Where's our ALB again? Damn. Get the ALB, the DNS. Yeah, this is the DNS. Get the DNS, and then let us. All right, copy that and put that in here. All right. So now, next is we want to update our .NET code, and let's see if this will be automatically detected if we get a if the deployment will be successful. Okay, we're going to add Napoleon. Okay, now we are adding Napoleon. And what is that noise? And the other room. Here. Napoleon. Alright, so let us go here. Code dot. Then this one. Build. I think we don't have to re-log in. Hopefully we don't have to log in again. But we will know if we need to log in or not. We need to make a mistake before we learn things, right? It's better to learn things when having a mistake is a better teacher. Right, so preparing layer already exists. So see, you don't have to log in. But that is not a nice teacher. It should hurt us to teach, to learn. Should like, oh man, I should have logged in. But yeah, here this one. We always think that everything is fine until it's not fine. All right, that is so deep, man. All right. Boop 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 boop. All right, pushing. Right, so it's already pushed, and we don't have to update our task def for this. See, do we have to update the task def? Let's look at the task def. Task def is still pointing to the same repository, the image repository. Yeah, nothing's changed. So there's no reason that the app spec will also need to be updated. So let us go straight to creating a new deployment. This one here. Let's create another deployment. All right. What? Yeah, it's in here. Should be in here, right? So let's create another deployment. Right, another deployment is on its way. Deployment number 2, and we are expecting that Napoleon will be added to the list of our customers. And it will take how many minutes? Let's get the counter. Clock, 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 clock. Then stopwatch. Right. Do we have a stopwatch in Linux? Let's go to clock. Is there a clock in here? Clock, clock, clock. No, timer. Yeah, nothing. Right, we are reaching 1 minute. Right, 1 minute. So while waiting for it to finish, let us open something to keep you in this useless video. So let's read about news here. It's already suddenly just shift, and yeah, because this one is an all at once. Was that all at once? Yeah, it will just switch the traffic, and it's not doing some staggered. Is it what is called staggered deployment? Staggered shifting of traffic. Chris Benal. What's that? Chris Benal, ipinaranas sa kaniyang asawa ang pakiramdam ng isang buntis. 3 PH allies to hold joint sea drills. Sea drills. The United States, Australia, and Japan will hold joint naval exercises in the South China Sea, but the Philippines will not be able to participate because of aircraft incompatibility, reports said. The Philippines had to cancel its participation in the drills because the aircraft of its three allies are too large to land on the deck of Philippine warships. Huh? Aircraft of their three allies are too large to land on the deck of Philippine warships. A Kudo report said, quoting sources. The exercise, what are they thinking? Wow. Did they even try to measure what? It's obvious, man. Can't even land a motorcycle in the Philippine warships, I think. That's a joke. Okay, so the exercise will involve aircraft landing and takeoff from the decks of the participating ships, the sources said. The commanders of the US, Australian, and Japanese forces taking part in the exercises will meet in Manila to send a strong message reaffirming their commitment to uphold freedom of navigation in the South China Sea. Tensions have been running high in the waterway following increasing intrusions by Chinese Coast Guard and maritime vessels into the West Philippine Sea, which the Philippines claim as part of its territory. Early this month, the Chinese Coast Guard fired a water cannon at a boat on a supply run to Ayungin Shoal, where Philippine troops are stationed. I'm not sure how that is pronounced, but just people learn. Okay, so maybe 10 years from now, I'll know what is the pronunciation or correct pronunciation of that shoal. Okay, so let's continue. Kudo said the Japanese destroyer Izumo, Australian amphibious assault ship Canberra, and U.S. aircraft carrier America. Huh? Is there a U.S. aircraft carrier called America? It's all called. It's all named based on U.S. presidents. Will be participating in the exercises. The Philippines defense officials refused to confirm the exercises, but did acknowledge that Philippine troops were holding a joint training with the Australian Navy in Canberra. Sources in Manila also said the South China Sea drill may not start on Wednesday as planned due to time constraints. The Tri-Nation exercises came about after U.S. President Joe Biden and the leaders of Japan and South Korea agreed on Friday to expand security and economic ties. So this is very dangerous right now, man, because what's this? Uh, so Philippine, what's Philippine defense officials refused to confirm the exercise, but did acknowledge that Philippine troops were holding a joint training with the Australian Navy in Canberra. So this is before the Russian invasion in Ukraine. The NATO keeps on training Ukrainians already. Um, that's the reason why Russia invade, because they are already preparing for war with Russia, and Russia sees it as a threat. That's why um, it just did the kicking, not punching, kicking. Because first there's a punch in the face when they grab Crimea, and then they see that Ukraine is about to also punch them, and the US and its allies are training Ukrainian how to punch, and that's why Russia kick Ukraine in the face. And now, yeah, they're now in MMA mode. So I think that is what the US and its allies wants to happen in the Philippines also. Like they want the Philippines to be prepared, and then China will get threatened and attack Philippines, and then America will then keep on supplying the Philippines with weapons. Then say, "Go Philippines, fight the Chinese. Go go go! Buy this. Um, Take this weapons for now. Oh, it's already completed. Sorry, I was carried away. So I'm not sure how many minutes is it. So right now it's 8 minutes. So yeah, that's it. Let us go to our here and our ALB and check. Oh, Napoleon is here. See, nice, 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 nice. Let's do here again. We will create another endpoint. So here we're going to call this planets. All right, so planets. Then their route here. Route is called planets. Then we go and see here Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. All right. So here we'll change this to planets, and then planets in here, and then let us, where's our ECR? Let us build our code .NET, and then let us tag with the latest. All right, tag with the latest, and then push. Right, pushing. Ding 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 ding. Doing that thing you do. Breaking my heart into a million pieces. All right, so it's pushing. Where are we in our geopolitical analysis again? Yeah, so that is what will happen, and like this rich guys here, the elites in the Philippines are just like, hey, let's go there, let's go and depopulate the Philippines because we're just so many, and the whole world. Ukraine is starting there, the population of Ukraine, and then the population in Africa is about to start, and also here soon in the south. Oops, it's already here. It's already done. Let us go and create another deployment. So another deployment is is coming. How to say that? Another deployment is on its way. Let's check this. All right. So let's reset. Okay. So let's keep watch on the timer. Okay, so let's finish this article. Where are we now? Okay. Okay. During the summit, Biden said, "Oh, by the way, I also saw a video about what was that guy? Sontuya, Tuason. Yeah, Tuason. The Tuasons got rich because they bet on the winning on the colonizer that won. So they bet on Spain when the British tried to invade the Philippines. I think that is what happened, and then they bet on Spain to win, and and then Spain won, and Spain gave the Tuason Sun Tua, a Chinese guy from China, obviously, gave him a noble title, Hidalgo. So he got a lot of real estate acquisition, and one of the Tuasons from Sun Tua, they became Tuasons, and one of their properties are that is the Malacanang is one of their real estates of their clan before, and yeah, and right now I think the elites are going to like bet on if I'm going to be with China or I'm just going to be loyal to the Philippines. Oh, okay, it's about to finish here. It's about 2 minutes. I think it's gonna be 3 minutes until all the deployment will be completed. All right, so yeah, so there will be a transfer of wealth when after all these things are settled. Yeah, so maybe the Tuasons and the Ayalas and the whoever Filipinos that are top players in the Philippines right now already know what's going on, maybe. And yeah, if you can remember, there's a gathering of billionaires in the Philippines, like maybe before the invasion of Ukraine or after the invasion of Ukraine. But yeah, they knew something that ordinary people don't know. Okay, so our goal right now is to finish this article and also finish our deployment. If we can see the planet's endpoint here, okay. So let's continue with our article reading about this abyss that we're about to um, that is about to happen. Okay, so during the summit, Biden said the U.S. firmly opposes the militarization of reclaimed features, the dangerous of use of Coast Guard and maritime militia vessels, the coercion activities in the South China Sea without singling out China. Yeah, so the issue there in the South China Sea is that it has been happening since the 90s, I think, and that is the reason, 80s or 90s, and China has started building and reclaiming the islands in 2009, and maybe uh, I'm not sure if from there they already started preparing for war or the US just let China grow so that China developed the islands there in the South China Sea so that so that the Philippines say, hey, this is too much, then we already hate China, and then the US will then, hey, yeah, you can fight China, so we'll give you moral support and weapons. um, um, Buy now, pay later. Get now, pay later. I think so. Yeah. Buy now, pay later um, scheme. Right. So okay. So let's continue during the summit. All right. Blah 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 blah. Okay. In addition, we are concerned about illegal, unreported, and unregulated fishing. We reiterate our firm commitment to international law, including the freedom of navigation and overflight, as reflected in the UN Convention on the Law of the Sea, UNCLOS, Biden said. In a forum last Saturday, the Armed Forces of the Philippines, AFP, warned China against interfering with resupply missions to Ayungin Shoal. The Presidential Commission's office said that during the forum AFP spokesman Colonel Medel Aguilar said the AFP has sent a special message to the China Coast Guard for them to behave. Is it the Chinese Coast Guard or China Coast Guard? They should not do any action that will endanger people's lives, Aguilar said, adding that Ayungin has a strategic importance for the Philippines and is a vital fishing ground for Filipino fishermen. He said that resupply mission is a clear demonstration of the country's resolve to stand up against threats and coercion and its commitment in upholding the rule of law. As we continue to pursue this humanitarian undertaking and defend our rights in our maritime shoals, we also affirm our support for the peaceful settlement of disputes, Aguilar said. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has called for, oops, it's done. It's 7 minutes. So it's 7 minutes to complete the deployment. All right, so here let's refresh and then let's visit planets. Okay, so there you go. That's too easy. And till there, yeah, I'll not continue with my side topic there. And let us just go and enjoy the day, and I will go somewhere and process something so that I can start hurting people. Just kidding. All right, Cool. Thanks. Bye.